I'm a 5.
The Oblivion Remaster is pointless. It is equivalent to a Marvel movie that they are so mediocre with the same crap, vomited over and over, yet give what the audience wants, who don't really care about the quality of the product unless it has the nostalgia feeling or what they want to see. Yet, if you have consumed more than 3 games, you would know that there are way better remaster and remakes out there, and that is not to say that I think Marvel movies are exceptionally terrible, except Venom. It's just that most Marvel movies are mediocre, and for the Oblivion remake, it's not, I don't think it's an exceptionally terrible game. It's just a mediocre remaster that doesn't offer anything other than a graphical remake. And the original Oblivion could have easily just been re-released with a graphic update instead of just a remaster that cost you $50. It's not a surprise that the remastered version of this game was a success because casual gamers who play this shit do not care about the quality of the remastered game. It's just the same game but with a new coat of paint. It's literally, that's what it is. I mean, it has the voice actors redoing their lines in the middle of a cutscene. Like, you can't mistake this, that they are trying to keep as much jank as possible to cater to the dumbass Bethesda fans. Any smart person would have known that this remaster is pointless, like I did before a bunch of people were saying what a great product this was, even though it's just the same thing but with better graphics. But at this point, I don't really expect gamers to have any restraint for themselves. Now, I'm not saying that every single casual gamer or nostalgia eater would enjoy this, I'm just saying that they're the only people who would. I know for a fact that if I was a younger gamer who've only played 3 games plus Oblivion and this remaster came out years later, I would have been hyped for it, even if it wasn't for nostalgia. However, I've played thousands of video games and hundreds of remaster and remakes, and Oblivion is not even comparable to something like Pokemon Heart Gold, which gives so much rich content to offer and fixes issues with the original Pokemon Gold that it justifies its remake. I play remasters like The Witch's House, which offers a different experience for older and new players despite it being relatively the same. The Oblivion remaster isn't really terrible, it's just Oblivion, and it was made as a factory video game made to make money. Bethesda has become a very different company in the past 17 years. It's like they don't even care at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did cream pie at the remade version of Stop You Violated the Law, but is it really enough to justify spending $50 on it? Well, I would say no. If all you offer is graphics, then just mod the original. Now, you could be on the other side of the coin, and you could think that this remaster is generic, and you are sick of Nintendo and other companies just taking a popular property and giving it those basic graphic changes and probably removing things that people actually liked about the original. You want to know how you can solve this problem and not feel this way? Stop playing current video games. Stop playing generic crap. Don't forget that casuals and nostalgia eaters are the people that these types of games are made for. If you found this game generic, boring, and not worth your time, then you probably played more than 5 video game remasters and aren't a casual gamer. If you found the game obnoxious with all the jank and referencing stuff constantly, then that means you aren't the intended audience, or you have a brain. And I'm not defending the Oblivion remaster whatsoever. It's been proven that time and time again that good remasters of games have happened before many times, and you can make a remaster by having stuff old fans would enjoy about it while making plenty of content for new players to enjoy and keeping it fresh, justifying its remaster. Listen, I'm not saying Bethesda had a terrible, awful idea. I mean, it made bajillions of dollars, so obviously it was a success. And why make something new when you could just repackage nostalgia with a few tweaks, right, and make thousands of dollars off of it? I may be more hostile to this because I just can't stand buying something because, well, there isn't anything else to play, and fuck it, it itches my little nostalgia brain. So why not shekel out $50, right? I feel like people such as Griffin Gaming's whole argument is justifying his purchase of this because, well, most modern games suck, and I'm just over here, like, you know, emulators are a thing, right? Like, just play old games. Like, I promise you have more fun playing these games. Like, both are free and you'll have way more fun. Like, how come no one talks about the Clock Tower remaster? That shit was awesome. Whatever. I guess playing with NES graphics is just too much for casual. Listen, I'm gonna bring up the Clock Tower remaster because it's actually a good remaster compared to the Oblivion one. So here are the main reasons why the Clock Tower remaster is better than the Oblivion remaster. Y'all ready? Here we go. 1. It's only $19, not $50. 2. It has substantial changes that justifies its existence with fixing the puzzles, quality of life changes, the ability to run up and down steps, the panic meter is changed, extra items, extra hiding rooms. 3. The Scissor Man enemy himself is just way more scarier, and he can follow the player into rooms, and his appearance are even more randomized, giving the game way more tension. 4. Texture changes to make stuff in the environment more realized and easier to navigate. 5. Anime intro. 6. Save state. 7. Even more features from the PS1 version. 8. Interview with the creator, which is just fucking awesome. 9. You can now enter bedrooms earlier. And 10. More animations for examining stuff, making the world more lively. Listen, I list off 10 things that improve the original just justifying the remaster's existence. What does the Oblivion Remaster offer? New graphics, which I don't even like because the colors are washed out and makes the game even look more generic. 2, it adds UI fixes, which are nice, I'll admit that. 3, character changes. Wow, that totally justifies $50. I'm just gonna say what it is, it's an autism spectrum trap. And that is coming from me as a woman who spends her time talking about video games. I am probably the most autistic out of anyone here. And yet, I know it would have been better if Bethesda just made something new, but because of their incompetence, they know no one's gonna buy their shitty games, and some people might think it's weird that I'm crapping on Bethesda so much when I'm such a huge fan of the Fallout series. But people have to understand that Bethesda had little to do with the Fallout series, and when they actually did get involved, like with Fallout 3 or 4, it sucks. Like, sorry, I'm not a fan of Fallout 3 and 4. The first 2 games plus New Vegas are masterpiece games, which were not made by Bethesda, and it's not a coincidence that Bethesda took an old property and remastered it to make it their most bland project. The fact that modern gaming is so bad that people like Griffin Gaming and everyone else will shill to a bland remaster shows how low my hobby has gone by this point. You guys might be annoyed that I'm not really analyzing this as much as I could be, but that's because there isn't much to analyze, or really anything to analyze in that matter. The remaster is just Oblivion with new paint, that's all it is. Like, if you like the original Oblivion, you'll like the remaster, because it's just the same shit. Like, my point here is that I don't think there's anything terribly wrong with the Oblivion remaster. The visuals are fine, the gameplay isn't terrible, the voice acting is tolerable, the jank is just there for the fans, the music is fine, it's just a bland modern video game. It feels like any other modern video game going through the motions. It's not as terrible as I was expecting it to be, but it's not as entertaining or has as many changes to justify its price, and could have easily just been a re-release with some changes, like the Resident Evil 4 release or the Tomb Raider re-release, until that shit got a lame remake. If you guys want better Bethesda games, then just play older Bethesda games. Fallout New Vegas is way more interesting and has a richer world than Oblivion Remaster ever did. Skyrim is made for a more broader audience and has way better visuals. These games are just way better and have more engaging on a moment-to-moment level in general. The Oblivion Remaster is a decent 6 out of 10, dropped to a 5 for being way more boring than it had to be. Instead of just playing boring remaster games, everyone go play Clock Tower Rewind or Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion HD Remake. Both are great remaster and remakes of their own counterparts. Alright, goodbye and have a good day. You know the drill. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.